Morning run going in. The time is currently 5:30. I've just finished my 4-day shifts last night, so it's my first day off today. I'm going to get this run done. I did a run the other day at the gym group in the morning before I went into work, so that was a 6k. Today is going to be a 7k, and then I'll just round everything off with either a step machine or an incline walk to get to my 1,500 calories. But this week I went up a little bit in weight after we came back from Wales, 2 kg, but it's expected. I was not worried. What I did was just get straight back on the plan. There's going to be times where your weight fluctuates up. You might have something on, you might have a weekend away, you might have a night out, whatever it may be. Your weight is going to fluctuate up. The worst thing you can do is just go extreme and start cutting calories even more, doing stupid amounts of cardio, stupid amounts of steps. Just get back onto your same plan that you were on pre-doing that, and I guarantee within a couple of days, the weight will be back to normal. Sunday, I weighed myself, I was 89.5. Yesterday, I weighed myself, which would have been Thursday, 87.5. Bang on the same weight as I was before I went on holiday. So what did I do? Just got straight back on my plan. Got on as normal. That's all you need to do. And I'm going to show you absolutely everything I'm eating at the moment on my high day. High day calories got dropped by 200. So we're currently on 2,650, 200 grams of protein, 350 carbs, 50 grams of fat. And then my non-training day is 2,450, 200 grams of protein again, 300 carb, 50 grams of fat. So today is a training day, but it's a double session because I need to fit my runs in somewhere because I do like to have my 2 rest days a week. So I'll show you everything that I'm currently eating at the moment while showing you my run day, while showing you my push session. Let's get after it. You know, it's coming into summer when the vests are on. Even though the weather is not very summery, I have started running in the vests just because, why not? But I have just fueled with a black coffee and 15 grams of honey. I forgot to show it on here. I did say I was showing you a full day of eating, but I suppose that was liquid calories, so let's not call it. But that's what I fueled with there. When I get back, the plan is to have a piece of sourdough with a protein shake, and then we will have probably a little bit of honey on that again as well. That's basically the snack of the day, but I'm pushing my meals later on into the day with training in the afternoon. I don't want to eat too early, one of my bigger meals, so that's just a nice snack when I get back in. Looking forward to this 7k. Don't know what the weather's saying. I mean, I've got glasses on my head as well, but I don't even think it's sunny. Got to do what you got to do. Got to look the part, haven't you, anyway? All the gear, no idea, they say. Post-run, we are back and showered. We managed to smash off 7k. We are into, I wouldn't say meal number 1, I'd say snack. This is like one of my snacks of the day, which I'd usually have later in the day, but with running early this morning, I need to have something after. So I've just sort of like moved things around a little bit to make do, to get some protein in, some carbs, bits like that. So we have got electrolytes, obviously this is a daily thing. Then we've got some protein there, 20 grams of, boom, the Isolate Zero cereal milk. We have just got an order in that we got delivered, so I'll show you everything we got in that as well. But 20 grams of that with some water, and then I've already took a bite out of it. We've got a piece of sourdough, 15 grams of peanut butter, and then we have got 10 grams of honey on there. So that's basically snack number 1. Meal 1 is going to be my oats, which I'll obviously be showing you in a bit. Usually I wouldn't have this early, but the time is now 20 to 9, and obviously because I've done the run, I need to eat something or have something. I'd usually push till 10, half 10, 11 maybe if I wasn't running in the morning. That is going everywhere. So I'm going to enjoy this now. This is what we ordered from Perform this month. So Perform is my usual go-to for proteins. I have had the ESM ones, which I do like as well, but I do stick with the Perform. I mean, there's tons of flavors. I get the Isolate. There is more flavors when you don't get the Isolate. There is a lot more flavors there, but I just stick to the Isolate because it's cleaner. So we got cereal milk one, which I've already shown you because I had that in my shake. Then we got the sticky toffee pudding one, which I think is my fave at the moment. I think definitely. It was the carrot cake, but I've overdone that carrot cake and I don't know, it tastes a bit minging to me now. This is my fave, sticky toffee. Then we've gone with the white choc hazelnut, which is like the Kinder Bueno, which is also nice. I've not had this for a while. Then, you know, I say it all the time, I'm on the cream of rice hype. Thought I'd run this up, blueberry muffin, don't know what it's going to taste like, but give it a go. And then they chucked in this creatine as well for free. I think when you spend over a certain amount, they chuck it in. That is the monthly protein order. First real meal of the day about to go in now. The reason it's mushed up looking like that is because I did actually film this and then checked and the camera storage was full. So 55 grams of oats, 20 grams of whey. We've got a Granny Smith apple and then 20 grams of peanut butter in there. Oats are a staple in my diet at the moment, and I think a little bit of advice for anybody is to always have the same base of meals, especially in the day, because it's just easy then. You know what you're having each day, you can just add to it or whatever it is. So for example, my base at the moment is oats, chicken, cream of rice, and then the evening meal switches up either day to day or every couple of days, dependent if we bulk make things. So the oats just, the grams goes up or down as needs be, the fruit that's with it, the protein that's with it. Then my chicken is always the base, same weight, same amount, but I'll either have it with a wrap or I'll have it with some rice. And then the cream of rice, same again. It's just give or take how many grams of the cream of rice I have. Pre-workout meal about to go in now. We've got 90 grams of cream of rice. If you have a little look at that, what I did there is blasted the hot water in, mixed it round to get it all, you know, mixed through. Then dinged it in the microwave for like 2-3 minutes, put it in the fridge. It's been in the fridge for about an hour now. We've got some bloobs there to put on it as well, frozen bloobs, because you know, you've got to buy the frozen fruit because otherwise it just goes off within about a day. Then we've got some honey that's going to go on that. But this is looking all right. Perfect pre-workout fueling right there. A little bit of protein on the top. Then the cream of rice, not much protein, but I've spaced out my protein throughout the day today with running. Usually that would be a 30 gram serving. We've got about 15 on there now. After the gym, we have got a chicken wrap. So this is good. I'm gonna go to the gym in about an hour or so after eating this, but this is the fueling. Usually this would be my later on in the day meal, before training again, but with how it's had to be spaced out today, my chicken wrap is going to be after training. So we're going to nail this off now. It actually looks quite nice. It looks like a cake today. Look at that. Going to nail that off now and then get to the gym. We are about to make the chicken wrap now for post-workout. I don't know if I've shown you these before, but this is the chicken that I'm on at the moment, sandwich meat chicken. I've not had chance over the past few weeks to prep my food and stuff with being busy. So an alternative, 60 grams of protein, just under 280 calories. I put this with rice or a wrap. Today, we're going with a wrap, which is only 180 calories in the wrap. So this is going to be post-workout. Then, of course, you have to have the toppings. You've got the naughty boy cucumber there. Then you've got some lettuce and some red onion. Red onion, for me, on a wrap and stuff like that, or a sandwich, just adds that little bit of extra crunch and taste. It is perfect. There we go. Chicken on the top, salad and stuff underneath, bit of Nandi's sauce on the top, the garlic one I'm on at the moment. Will it wrap up is the main question. Can I wrap this bad boy up? It has ripped, unfortunately, but we get it in a little bit of tinfoil and we'll be sound. Post-workout meal right there, ready to go. We are on the way to the gym now. We've got this VR Monster Energy as our caffeine hit before the gym. And then we've got the usual Nova Neuro pump for our pump. Not running a pre-workout as it is later in the day today. Something that I did want to come on and speak about is like, when you're dieting and stuff like that, like at times it's going to be hard and you are going to be hungry. Like I'm feeling hungry at the moment, even though my calories are still pretty high. They are pretty high. And I'm losing weight and I'm looking good and I'm looking lean. I've not done a proper diet in 2 years. I did a little cut pre-Christmas just to tidy up because I was a bit of a fatty. Now, the last time I got shredded was 2024, September, when I went away. That's when I was absolutely peeled, best shape I'd ever been in. And towards the back end of that, because I'd had like a holiday later on, close to that, I was probably running like 1,600 calories some days, it is quite low. But since that time, I spent a long time in a gaining phase, a bulk, and put on a lot of size and probably a bit too much fat. But you know, now I'm dieting down on more calories than I ever have. So at first, you're probably gonna have to diet down on
low calories, but if you keep growing and then go through cuts and bulks, and eventually your maintenance is going to be higher, so what you diet on is going to be less. So back to what I was saying about your dieting, I'm hungry at the moment. I am hungry at the moment, even though I am on quite a lot of food for being in a diet. I am hungry, but it's gonna happen. You are gonna feel hungry. It's all part of the process. Nobody has ever dieted and got in shape for a holiday or like a photo shoot, because that's what I'm doing, so I'm using it from that, even though I've never done it before. Same principles apply. You want to get shredded. No one's ever done it and, you know, thought the whole time they were doing it, oh, I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry. Like, you're in a diet, you're eating less food, you are going to be hungry. It is just the way it is. And there's some ways to get around that and stuff like that. Of course there is. You know, pushing your meals later into the day and stuff like that. And there's all these tips and stuff, and they do work to an extent, but they don't ever clear the hunger away from how you feel. And I think that's the thing where a lot of people do get it twisted, that like, oh, I'm hungry, so they stop. Oh, I need more food. It's like, you don't. Like, it's part of the process. It is part of the process of what you are doing. You are trying to lose weight. You are trying to get shredded. You are trying to get in shape. So it's going to happen. How I'm feeling at the moment is good. Training's good. I feel good day to day. I would just say there's times I'm a little bit hungry, especially on my double training days like today, where I've run and I'm training in the afternoon. I am hungry, but that's just normal. I'm not like at the point of like losing my marbles completely and eating everything in sight. Of course I'm not, but it is part and parcel of it. This is why I speak about the ease of, you know, just having the same stuff. Like, trying to be fancy during a diet is all well and good, because of course you get your treat and you feel like, oh, well, I'm still having that nice food and that. It's like, that's fine. Like, I do that on a Saturday. I'll be honest, on a Saturday night, if I'm off work and I'm not working nights, I'm not working days, I'll say to Emma, let's find something that we don't usually cook, that we can make healthy, that we can do, that fits in calories and stuff like that, and we'll make it. And it's nice and we enjoy it and we enjoy doing that. But that's on a Saturday. You know, we've got time on a Saturday to do that. Spend an hour, hour and a half prepping some food to enjoy a meal on a Saturday. But in the day, on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, even in the day at the weekend, I just keep things very, 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 very simple. And I think people want to keep everything as exciting as they can, and like, I want to keep this in, this and this in. Like, it's not the case. It's not the case. You're going to just burn out more in terms of food and stuff, because you're trying to make everything fancy, that it's becoming more time consuming. So that then when it's more time consuming, you're thinking, I can't be arsed doing it. So then, for a lot of people, convenience kicks in, and convenience for a lot of people is not the best thing, because convenience with food means you usually are going to make pretty reckless decisions. Greg's, McDonald's, shit like that, you know, your usual stuff, quick fixes. And yeah, it might fit in your calories and stuff like that, but no one's ever just gone and got a double cheeseburger from McDonald's because it fits in the calories. You're going to get some chips, you might get some nuggies, you might get this, you might get that. And then let me tell you, if you have that in the afternoon, middle of the day, or even the evening, it ain't going to fill you up. It ain't going to fill you up. So then what's going to happen is you're going to be absolutely starving again, and then overeat. So I think you just need to find simplicity while you are dieting, and then make room for that small enjoyment. It doesn't have to be a cheat meal. It just has to be some food that you cook at home that's a little bit different. But make your meals Sunday to Friday repetitive, similar, exactly the same. That's all it needs to be. I have in the day, my meals in the day, which is like, let's say 3 meals at the moment during the day. Yeah, 3 main meals in the day. It's just on repeat. It's just literally on repeat. It's foods I just eat on repeat and switch up what goes with it, or the amount of what goes with it. That's it. Evening meals, we have about 6 or 7 meals we rinse between, make them, bulk make them a lot of the time. I make a lot of bulk stuff when I go on my nights and stuff. And it's really that simple. And it takes all the guesswork away, because everything's just logged there and I can just adjust what I need to adjust. And then when you make stuff in bulk, you can think, well, everything's made now for the next 5 days. I can track for the next 5 days. So it's really simple. I think you just got to bite the bullet when you're in a diet and think to yourself, this is going to be hard. I'm going to have to make some sacrifices here. Just get in and out and do it. Do it. Think to yourself, it's not forever, is it? It isn't forever. So that's what I think you've got to think. So just a little bit of advice from me there. Keep your shit as simple as you can when you're dieting. Same meals on repeat, switch them up, enjoy a little bit of food now and then when you have time to do it, and it's not going to stress you out and it's not time consuming. Boxed off the push session, mint session. Glad to be back at my gym now. Progressed on pretty much most of my lifts, and the ones that I didn't, it was exactly the same, but a great session. Feeling solid after that. Glad I went. Sometimes you got to go in and get it done. I was not feeling too up for it before I went in. I wasn't, but something that I have found that is an absolute game changer when you're going into the gym that you probably need to start doing is turn your notifications off or put your phone on airplane mode. Wi-Fi ain't great at my gym, so I've just turned notifications off because I found myself just constantly on my phone, texting this, that. It's hard to pull away. But that session was mint because I pulled away from it, turned the notifications off, felt way better for it. Meal now, about to go in. Big naughty wrap there. Looking forward to it, so I'm going to box this off and then we are on burgers and chips. You've seen it before. It is a staple in my diet. Remember what I say, keep it simple, keep the stuff on repeat. Double burger and homemade chips, which I cannot wait for, is going to be tonight's tea. Last meal of the day going in. The macros for today, we've got protein at 198. So it's meant to be 200, carbohydrates bang on, fat at 49, and the calories are at 2,645 for the day. So we have hit it. Double burgers there, 2 of the Aldi burgers, the 5% ones there. I think they're 137 calories per one. We've got a square of cheese split over the 2, so half. 0 ketchup, mustard, which is no calories, homemade chips, 300 grams, and then the salad. But that is the final meal for me today of the higher day, so my training day. Feeling good. And then I've got this to finish off, 150 grams of pineapple. Nice, easy day. This, if you bulking, cutting, whatever you're doing, staple at the moment. You can obviously make the calories lower by taking out some chips, not having the cheese, stuff like that. Dead simple. But that is it. Full day of eating, run 7K done, push session done, over 10,000 steps by the time I finish, well over, probably more close to 13, 14,000. But that's everything. Dead simple food, dead simple repeatable food. That's how I like it to be. That's how you should like it to be. Make it as easy as possible. That's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, check out the Instagram, and I'll see you next week.